Hey gamers, welcome back. This is Chapter 11 of Uncharted 3. Very puzzle focused on this first part,
Only one way to find out.
Another non-answer.
but there's some really cool puzzles. I like the way that they're handled. But before we get those puzzles, or get to those puzzles, we're first going to go grab our treasure number 51. So instead of jumping straight down, you're going to want to go to the right. I want to say there's a second opportunity to get this if you missed this the first time.
All right, we're good. Come on
But
down.
you go around to the right, keep going around, and as you can see, you pick up that treasure that's on the other side of those bars. This section I kind of walk around a little bit. You'll see multiple pillars, and each of them have 4 holes in them that you can interact with, and basically there are levers inside.
Doing all the way out here anyway.
He was on a secret expedition.
Now you can keep going around and around and around, but what you're trying to look for in order to start the next part is to find some writing on the wall, and if you don't find it, Sully will eventually point it out to you, and that's exactly what happened to me. Because I am a klutz, and I don't realize it.
Lever in here.
It's one of the things that I think is a little, I guess, frustrating about this game is that sometimes you have to do certain actions to trigger the next events. Even if you're kind of already, a couple steps ahead, it's like, well, I know I have to hit this lever, I know I have to look at the journal or look at this map, I know I have to do these things, and I know I have to stand in certain spots with certain symbols, and like you can sometimes piece these things together really quick, but the game is like, no, you have to do it in this order. You first have to do this, you have to do that, you have to listen to this, which on your first playthrough might make more sense, but on your second playthrough, third playthrough, if you're trying to go back and do stuff, it can be a little frustrating. And also, even if it's your first playthrough, if you're able to just figure those things out, I think it would be nice to be able to skip past some of the dialogue and just get to the interesting parts. Like for example, I knew that even though what I was looking for was I had to stand on the right symbol and then line up the drawing with what I'm seeing. You see there, I'm trying to line things up, but obviously I'm just like trying to go to different symbols, and I'm like, which symbol do I need to find? And obviously, so basically I had to find like the right clue. So Sully gives me that hint, and that helps me to find it.
It's an Enochian script.
I don't know if people can hear it over my microphone, but my puppy is quite a snorer. He lets you know. Yeesh, buddy.
The moon will show the way.
Moon? Down here? I am not hanging around this place till nighttime.
I'm pretty sure it's a riddle. I'll make a note of it on the map.
You're gonna mark up Sir Francis'
Yeah, I think it's
400-year-old map?
What?
I do think the puzzles are more interesting in this game, especially when you compare it to the previous games, but by no means is it a great puzzler, although there are certain puzzles that I think are really nice, but I think, again, this game is much more about dialogue and characters and story than I think it is about its mechanics, and certainly creating that cinematic experience.
Okay, now just reach in and find the lever.
Really?
Which, like I said, if that's what you're in for, it's a great game, but if you're trying to come for the mechanics of a great shooter or a great puzzle game, I think you'll find that there are much better games out there. Not just today, but even when the game first came out, I think there were, obviously better puzzlers. You talk about like Portal 2, were much better at just puzzle mechanics in general. Gears, Halo, Modern Warfare were much better shooters at the time, and they had great cinematics, but I think it's the combination of everything together, the platforming, the puzzle solving, the shooting, the characters, it's kind of all of it that comes together and makes this game really great and special. So once you solve that room puzzle and go straight ahead, you're going to see treasure number 52 just on the left side. And now we're going to go into a 2-part puzzle. And I go to the room on the left. It doesn't really matter which order you do them in, but for me I start with the room on the left. After I take a quick pause here. And on the room on the left is the cogwheel puzzle. I don't know what you would call that, but
Weird. What kind of symbols are those?
Never seen anything like it.
I don't know. Looks like it's some sort of mechanism.
And you see a bunch of cogs on the ground, but before you start working on the puzzle, you make your way to the back, and you'll see a treasure
We're trapped in
or
here.
treasure number 53, right here in the back. So you'll see multiple cogs. Some are small, some are big. And initially I thought, okay, well, I just have to go and kind of put the cogs in, and that's easy peasy, but then I noticed that there were some symbols on them. And then you look at his journal, you realize that he's already crossed out several of the cogs with the symbols on them. He's only highlighted the ones with the 4 circles and the one with the cross-shaped. And so I realized, okay, well, that's probably what I have to do, is I have to do, you know, find the matching, not just the matching cogs of size, but also matching shape. And I actually get a little bit lucky here because I just put things in random places without realizing what the solution to the puzzle was. But they give you a really clever hint, and it's actually one of those things where I think the visuals, you know, it was really one of those oh wow moments. Not really moments of discovery, but it was a moment where I guess I can talk more about it when you actually see it, but you see me kind of looking around for those next pieces of the cog. But what you also want to do, in addition to finding the matching sizes, you also want to alternate between the different symbols. So you want to go cross 4 circles, cross 4 circle. So you see me doing that inadvertently without realizing. I just thought I had to put them wherever the hell I wanted to put them, but I got a little lucky with that. So you see that giant cog at the top. It looks like just a random design, but what you actually find once Elena kind of points out that, hey, there's another cog up there, and
Hey, over there. There's another cog up on that ledge.
then I say, oh, great. Well, how do I get up there?
How the hell did it get all the way up there?
There has to be another way around.
So then I realized you have to climb up here. And one of the cool things is that, and I feel like this is all in-engine and within the game world, like none of this stuff that you're about to see is like a pre-rendered thing. I mean, obviously it's not. And that's what makes it really cool, is that that design that looks a little random starts to make a lot of sense when you look at it from this angle. And that's just really cool to me because
decodes the images.
What can you see?
it's like
One
an
looks
optical
like a cross,
illusion that they
and the
program
other
in the
has
game,
4
and I just thought the way they
circles.
handled that was so cool. And it not only shows the symbols you're looking for, it shows the rotation,
To each other.
and it shows that they're in opposite directions. So
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
what you're, again, the way to solve this puzzle is to match the, well, not only find the cogs of the right symbol, but then to put them in alternating order to solve the puzzle. So, like I said, this room was definitely one of my favorite puzzle rooms, and even I remembered this room when I played the remastered. I still remembered it from Uncharted 3 when it originally came out. This was like one of those really memorable rooms that felt really cool. So, yeah, great puzzle.
Nice.
Now we're going to go ahead and go to the puzzle room on the right. This one's a little bit easier to solve,
all the
but a
floating
little
body
more
parts,
tricky to
he's giving me the
kind of
creeps.
understand what you're looking for. At least I thought so in the beginning, but again, it's another one of those cool puzzles. But before we start the puzzle, again, we're going to go ahead and pick up a treasure, and this is number 54 in the back left corner as soon as you enter the room. And then what you want to do, and as I open my journal real quick, is you see that image on the left. That's the image you want to recreate. So first you go ahead and go to the middle, and it'll trigger a cutscene.
Sully, throw me your lighter.
All right, coming at you.
Now before we solve the puzzle, we're going to go ahead and get treasure number 55. And the way we're going to do that is if you look up and to the right, you'll see a little shining area with a bunch of bats by it. When you shine the treasure on that section, they'll fly away, but they'll help drop the treasure. Now you can't pick it up by itself. You have to first place that thing on the ground and then pick it up, and that'll be treasure number 55.
Okay. That didn't
So
work.
now, once you pick it up, you just want to angle it the right way to basically recreate the image that you were looking for. So I go around a little bit, but it's actually close to that treasure on the right-handed side. That's where the solution to the puzzle is, but you see me kind of looking and looking and looking, and eventually I even go in the complete opposite direction. I'm like, what am I trying to do here? And then I realize, well, that guy's already doing half the puzzle, so if I just go a little bit closer, I'll get the rest of it. And there you see the solution. Stick it down, and then that's it.
See? You were worried.
Now with both of those puzzles solved, the
Hey,
main
first
area
door's open.
opens up.
Come on.
Okay, so Nate, did Francis Drake ever find
So we
that
go
lost
straight
secret
ahead,
he was
and we're
looking
going to
for?
go ahead and
Don't
trigger a
think so.
cutscene,
Seems
and
like he
I'll
only
let
came
that
this
play
far,
out,
then turned back and
and
headed
then
home.
meet you on
And
the other
concealed
side.
everything about this little detour.
Yeah.
Have you stopped to ask yourself why?
What do you mean?
I don't know. This whole place just seems like some kind of a warning to me, that's all.
Ah, it looks like some kind of ornate brazier. I'll need a torch to light it.
Well, I'll be go to hell.
Wow. As above, so below. Sully, this is some kind of celestial map.
That makes sense. The Arabs used the stars to navigate the desert just like sailors on the ocean.
That's right. So you could use these constellations to find the site of the lost city.
If I had a sextant, sure. I didn't do all that time in the Navy for nothing, you know.
And here I thought you spent the whole time looking for that basket act.
The what?
Never mind.
Hey, you think you could remember this?
Well, yeah, but we ought to copy it down, don't you think?
No, I really don't recommend that.
Hey guys, look at this.
Well, that's, cheery.
Do you hear that?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Wait, what is that?
Get away from the walls.
Hold on to that torch, kid.
Oh, crap.
Alright, now we're going to get
Things are way more aggressive.
a section where there's really no combat, but you're just going to try and make it to the end, and just keep hammering on the square button.
Okay, stay close behind me.
Sweep the spiders away. I think here I fall down a little bit, and they can damage you a little, but you can just
Keep moving.
sweep them away and survive.
Sully, keep shooting. Think we can get through up here? Won't budge.
Maybe I can open it from the other side.
So when the leg goes to the other side, you're just going to try and hold it off. Now, one of the things that I thought was a little weird was that you didn't just keep the torch and keep sweeping them away. I feel like that would be a way easier approach, but I guess they got to give you a different way of fighting them off, which is whatever. I almost die in this section. And now, I don't know if it's you have to waste all of your ammo and then you can get across, or if there's a certain amount of time that you have to survive. But I nearly die on this section. I barely make it across. But yeah, so once you just make it across, you will finish this part of the puzzle, and we'll start getting to a little bit of the more combat-y sections. I will see you on the other side of this. But once again, I want to thank everyone for watching my videos. If you like these videos, please throw a like and subscribe my way. Send me all your feedback. I really appreciate it. But until then, I will see you next time, and stay beautiful.
More than enough of those damn things.
Wait, you knew about them? You were planning on telling me, right?
Hey. Look at this. Let not the world deceive thee with its beauty. It is the dream of a dreamer, a mirage of the desert.
The cup of death will be filled for thee. Lovely. It's all in English.
Yeah. Yeah, it must have been Drake.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Drake sails thousands of miles looking for this Atlantis of the Sands. And when he gets this far, what he finds here is enough to make him turn around, sail home, and hide all evidence of his voyage.
Right.
But you're gonna keep going, aren't you?
Yeah?
For what? For treasure? Sully, he listens to you. Please make him stop.
Yes, Sully, please, tackle me.
What is wrong with you two?
Elena, come on, we're just joking around.
Listen, you've won, okay? You've outsmarted her. You know where to find the city, and Marlowe doesn't. Why can't that be enough?